Hey, welcome back to Lasco Ford. We've been super excited about the 2020 Ford F250 Power Stroke diesel, but not only that, put the scoop of cherry on top with all the fixings with a Waldoch package. Now that's going to be a whole lot to go through. So let's talk about it. It's 2020, it's an F250, 6.7 liter diesel, putting out 1,050 pound-foot of torque, 475 horsepower, and then we strapped a bunch of this to it. So check this out. We'll start out. Here's the basic, I don't even want to say basic, it's not. It's a chrome package XLT 250. So we've got chrome bumper, we've got chrome tow hooks, got big fog lights, humongous headlights, which I've had a lot of people switching out to LEDs instead of the halogens. And then you've got an LED option that's available if we go a step up into the Lariat. That's going to have the quad beam LEDs and the new version of it, a big bolstering chrome grille that now changes out how it goes into the headlights. This thing is like, it's my favorite color of silver, right? But this is iconic silver. This thing looks like what RoboCop should be driving through the apocalypse to shoot Chevys. That's just what I'm thinking. But if you don't feel that, then put a comment in there and we'll have all kinds of fun with your comments. So checking down below, 4.5-inch lift, right? But it's not pushing down the stock springs. No, you get just these huge springs to go on it. We upgrade the shocks as well. And then you've got drops for your arms that are coming down from way back here on the frame that go all the way up to your solid front axle. Solid front axle that Ford's still doing. Good news, right? Because it can handle that much torque. Well, then it's wrapped with a 37-inch by 13.5-inch wide giant slamming piece of rubber that'll go through whatever you want to throw at it. But not only that, it's got the Asante off-road 22-inch deep dish massive, like that's my hand. There's two of my hands to go in there and get that deep on these wheels. They're nasty big. Well, when they get this big, you gotta accompany them with a huge pocket flare. That's on there too, and it's painted to match with that iconic silver. Beautiful bullet pocket design, so you've got those hex heads that are on there too. Looks beautiful, right? XLT, F250. Then you've got your power scoping mirrors. I love these, right? The reason why, it'll go out, it'll go in. So if you got a trailer with or without you, drive down the road, don't have your mirrors hanging out like Dumbo, right? You know, you can put them in. That looks good, right? You look like a jack wagon driving down the road with them hanging out like the Dodge guys. But on the side of this too, you're gonna have blind spot awareness, right? Blind spot awareness is not only gonna be just for the truck, blind spot awareness is gonna shoot a radar out. So if there's a truck or a car or an SUV or whatever that's parked in your blind spot, it'll give you an amber alert in that mirror. But not only that, when you plug your trailer up, it'll go up to 40 feet back of the truck. So not only the truck, but the truck and the traveling vehicle behind you, camper, car hauler, whatever you got back there, it's gonna pick up so you know when to merge or not merge in and out of your lane. Beautiful. Big, sturdy running boards that are on here. Now you have options, right? The chrome package comes with a 6-inch tubular or angular running board. Now this is just kind of a Mad Max look of getting in and out of the truck. I love it. It's blacked out. Looks good. Gives you that ground clearance that you want to see too. And it gives you a good grip. So when you're hopping in with your boot, your shoe, whatever the case might be, no problem getting in and out of the truck. You know, obviously you got the big wheel and tire in the back too. You got your pocket flare in the back. You've got your chrome package, so it's going to have the chrome exhaust tip. And when you have the dual exhaust tip like this, and it comes to a Y up there, dead giveaway, you got a 6.7 liter Power Stroke diesel. Now, if you got one coming out, you're either gonna have a 6.2 liter or you're gonna have a 7.3 liter. When you see two coming out like this from the factory, that's your diesel. That's your 475 horse. That's your 1,050 pound-foot of torque. I mean, we used to tune trucks up and get them all going to get to this level. Now it's 1,050 out of the box. What do you really need to do? Get your keys handed to you and just go drive it. I mean, it's wicked fast, got tons of power, and it just doesn't quit. Paired with a 10-speed transmission, that's a select shift. So you can knock gears out of it if you want to, run it as a 6-speed, 7, 8, 9, 10-speed, however you want to, or manually shift your truck and get all the power anytime you want to with your available driving modes that Ford has to offer. So you can go through just a normal driving mode, an economy mode. You can go through a mud and rut and sand and snow and deep. It's just crazy inside how you can adjust how this truck drives just for you. Inside of this truck, in the bed, it has a 5-hole system that's going to be in the bed of the truck. A lot of people ask what it is and what you do with it. Here's what it is. So in the back of the truck, when you're going to look at those 5 pucks is what we call them here because we love hockey in Michigan. But in the center is going to be where your gooseneck ball is going to go in and out of the truck. Very easy to put it in, literally takes seconds. And then if you have the 4 on the outside border, you can run a pocket style Reese hitch, right? So if you already have a 5th wheel, you can run this picture frame that sits on top of those 4 pucks, or you can get a Reese hitch that Ford already has partnered with Reese on to go directly into those pucks. Cool thing with that is, in the back, you're gonna have this right here. 7-pin wiring harness ready to go for that 5th wheel or that gooseneck, and then you got your 4-pin down here. So you've got both options already in the bed of the truck. Makes it super easy. We could do things to upgrade this truck too and be able to put LED bed lighting in. We can put tie downs in. We can even do extendable stowing ramps that can go out to 8 feet long and replace this access panel on the back of the tailgate. Drop-in liners, spray-in liners. We can do carpeted liners like bed rugs. Options are almost endless. Did you see how light that was? Ready? We're gonna do it with one finger. I'm gonna take my finger and shut the tailgate. What? Do that on a Chevy. Just kidding. You can't. It's a Ford. So, well, maybe you can if you want to break your finger. Reverse sensing system too. You've got that in the back. That's going to test out to 6 feet and then closer, right? So as you get closer to the vehicle, right, it's going to beat faster and faster until you get within 1 foot. When you get within 1 foot, it's going to go to a solid tone. When you hear that solid tone, throw it in park, right? So we got the backup camera that's going to be right here. We've got our lever right here for XLT as well. When you go into Lariat, there's going to be a soft touch button into the back side of it. So these are all extra things that you're going to get. Even on the back side of the truck, we can do things like power sliding rear window. We can do things like a Chimzo camera. Chimzo camera is going to be right where that red part of your center high mount stop lamp is going to be. That'll zone right down into where you got your 5th wheel and gooseneck hitch set up. So backing into the trailer is a 1-person job. The UTT package, ultimate trailer towing camera package too, can give us cameras not only on the Chimzo, it'll go underneath the driver and passenger side mirrors, and a forward camera as well. That'll give you a 360 camera view, but then it'll also come with an optional auxiliary camera. What does that do? It can go up to 40 feet behind your truck and hook to the back of your horse trailer, your car hauler, your camper, your whatever you want to pull, even your enclosed trailer, right? Options are endless, but now you can go to your screen up there and be able to back your truck, your trailer, whatever it is, back into an area where now you can see it significantly better, and you don't have the one guy waving you back and then hits the woes, you know, like whoa, whoa, and then boom, you slam into a tree. Right, now, here's the camera, help you do that, keep your truck safe. Right, let's keep on going around. On the side of our truck, beautiful thing is we've got our ultra low sulfur fuel tank right here, right? And then to the right of it, we have DEF, diesel exhaust fluid. That's where it goes. It says fill here, DEF. That'll hold up to 5 gallons. That's a heated tank, and it's also heated lines. It sits right inside of where the diesel fuel is to keep the diesel exhaust fluid from getting colder. Well, the cool thing is it's heated, so it doesn't really have an issue with that anyway. Got a block heater on this too, and we also have a rapid supplemental heater. Rapid supplemental heater means you have a heat coming out of this truck before the diesel engine even warms up to be able to throw it through the heater core and put it into the cab of the truck. Let's take a look at the back of the truck too, so we can see what the custom interior is on the Waldoch package. What is that? Well, it's going to be a multi-tone interior with all kinds of different fabrics, right? So you've got a perforated seat, you've got a line going through the center of it, you've got gray on this side, a different fabric here, and seams everywhere. The cool thing is the more seams there are, the more durable it is. This is an easy way to show you also what I like to call the back seat vault. So I'm going to throw this seat up, I'm going to go on the other side, I'm going to show you a couple things here with how this works and what that lock button's for as we talk about the truck. So we can put up the passenger side seat, we can put up the driver side seat, and when you do those both together like this, and we move some floor mats out of the way, right? Now this will unlock. I don't know if you see that right there, but why is there a lock, right? So if it's unlocked going down the road, right, you want to hear that, or do you want to lock it so you hear nothing, right? Leave it locked, unlock it when you want to put this up. Then you're going to put this lever here up. I'm going to show you that again, right? So now you can independently lock either the driver's side or the passenger side seating, and it even has a divider right here that allows you to separate the two compartments. Why do they do that? Well, because if you're going to go hunting, if you're going to bring things that don't need to be accessed by any of the passengers inside of the vehicle, you can independently put these seats down, and when you do, you can lock it with your ignition key right here on the side behind where the seat belt is. I'm probably going to show Jay because he's the camera guy and it's hard to point out. So I'm going to come back around to that side. And then we'll take a look at some things on the inside of the vehicle on the front part of it as well. So right here, if you look at this seat and we pull this up and we go down with it, so this right here is where your ignition key, and it'll say lock right there, right? So that's where your ignition key will lock this into place. So if you do have a broke down shotgun, you know, where you take the barrel off, you throw the butt and the upper lowers, everything in there, cool. Well, now nobody can access that because we've got that compartment shut and closed. They also offer a center console vault with this truck. They offer heated rear seats with this truck, and they offer a twin panel moonroof with this truck. And, right? Because we can go from $57 all the way up to $95,000 when it comes to a Super Duty. So if you want the option, 9 times out of 10, it's probably available. Just saying. Things I love right here, I use it every single day. I lock my keys in my truck. So if you know where I park, my keys are gonna be in there. Doesn't really matter, right? I've got my security code right here. You can put it into a 5-digit custom code so you can get in and out of your truck. So if you go boating, if you go fishing, you go hunting, you don't need to bring your keys with you. They're still gonna be with the truck when you get back. Not gonna lose them. Looking in here, you're gonna see big embroidery of Waldoch on the side. Now, we've said Waldoch a few different times. This is the company that's upfitting this truck, lifting the truck, putting the wheels and tires on the truck, the fender flares, things like grills, things like bumpers, additional just lighting can go on here. I mean, just the options are endless. If you can think of it and dream it, we can do it. It's unbelievable, right? So we got heated front seats on this truck too. You can heat and ventilate seats. Now, why am I bringing that up? Well, because you can start out and you can go into a cloth truck, and then you can look into a leather truck, right? So we're gonna go from XL to STX to XLT, and then we go into Lariat where we get the leather, right? And you might want heated leather seats in your truck. Well, we can do that on an XL, an STX, or an XLT. We can do that leather seating for you and have heated seats in any one of those packages, and we can have it upfitted the way that this truck is built. Options are endless. Again, just give us a call on that and we'll just show you how to build it. So if you don't want to spend, you know, $90,000, we can still build a truck similar to this and be able to keep your budget in line, right? So if you're the guy who wants to be in the 50s, 60s, 70s, just give us a call. We'll help do the custom fitting just right for you. Now when you look on this truck too, you're gonna see a couple things over here on this side. Let's just talk about them real quick. This is to light up the bed of your truck, right? That's your rear cargo lamp. This is your fog light here. Here we're in an auto setting right now. I don't know if you can see that little dial switch. So that's our auto setting, lights on, parking lights on, and lights off. I put it over to the auto setting every time with mine, bright and dim your dash. But then right here, you're gonna see on, it's barely lit up, but if you push it, it'll turn on when the key's rotated forward. This is gonna be a side spotter mirror that has an LED light as well. When we talk about our power scoping mirrors, this is to take your mirror in and out. Then you select which mirror, driver side or passenger side. Use your joystick to adjust properly. This is to fold your mirrors, so you can see them folding. What? It's folding. Oh my God, it's folding. And then we look at the top too. We talk about blind spot awareness. I do want you to see the symbol that's going to come with it. That's right here, right? So if there's somebody in your blind spot, right there is where you're going to see it. If they're in your trailer blind spot, you're going to see the same thing once your trailer's properly hooked up. I say we take a look at the interior of the truck. Let's just go over some options, some equipment, and let's just see exactly how this is set up in the XLT Chrome package F250 2020. Come on, let's have a look inside. All right, let's take a look at the inside together. Well, are you ready? Here we go. So first of all, let's start with the key. That's how your key is going to flip open. Now that's going to be for an XLT key, lock, unlock, and remote start, along with a panic alarm here. You can simply hit that chrome button there. It'll fold away your key. If you are going to bring it with you, you don't need to, because you can lock your truck from your side access panel there. Push button access panel. I don't know, I can't remember the name of it right now. Keyless entry keypad. How about that? Keyless entry keypad. Let's take a look at the back of the console. Forgot to mention this, and I didn't have a good camera angle on it. So look over here, USB, USB-C, okay? Then we're gonna flip over here where it says 400 watt. Well, that's a 400 watt power inverter 3-prong outlet, along with a 12 volt outlet here too, and it has rear vents, which I actually really like. To be honest with you, you got somebody who's sitting in the back seat and they're not comfortable. Well, they can get a lot more comfortable when they have directional heat and air. You're gonna have that 400 watt power inverter coming right back here too. Where is that located? It's underneath the back passenger seat. That's where that inverter is located. Heated seats are going to be here. We've got our fan control here, our hot and cold for our climate control there too, and we've got our trailer brake controller with our gain and output options here for the plus and minus, 2-wheel drive, 4 high and 4 low. You also have the option of a locking rear differential as well. Put the key in the ignition, right? Let's see what happens. We're gonna have a conversation with this diesel truck running. So if you've had the old 7.3, the 6.4, the 6.0 liters, even the old 6.6, you know, 6.6 is gonna be a GM version, right? Or a 5.9 Cummins, whatever it is, or louder than can possibly be. Well, we're having a conversation with this engine running. You can see my RPMs are at 600 RPMs right now, so you know it's running. I can rev it up. Right? You're still not gonna really hear it. You have a conversation inside of a quiet cabin, a diesel that you just haven't had before. That's what Ford did right. Dual knock sensors, beautiful engine that they've had out since 2011 and have only made better year after year. When we plug into this truck, it's already gonna give me an option of, well, with my iPhone, it's gonna be Apple CarPlay. If you download a Android Auto application for your Android Auto phones, then you can have that too. 911 assist. This is going to be one of your steps that just turn it on. It costs nothing. It's not like OnStar that after 6 months, your safety isn't free, like GM offers, right? You got up here on top our hazard lights. We've got an exhaust brake, right? So when you're going through places out west and you're hauling that trailer that's starting to push you at a 9% grade on a descent, guess what? Now you can stop it without wearing your brakes out and having a brake failure. Over here, lane keeping system. Well, how good is that? Well, a lane keeping system is beautiful because it's going to let you know when you, your truck, and your trailer are not hovering on the white side outside lane or the dashed inside yellow lane, right? Where you see all those stripes going through. This truck's paying attention to it up here where the camera is getting shot out of above where your rearview mirror is. Now let's talk about up here too. So we've got all kinds of switches and fun things like these auxiliary switches all the way through 6, lighting, fuel tanks. You know, you're talking about a generator, welders, whatever you've got that's hooked up and drawing power, that's all tied in underneath the hood, so no more janky freaking toggle switches, right? Sunglass holder, microphones for your sync system too, so no matter where I talk on Bluetooth, you can hear me, and it's not like, hey, what did you say? Well, it's not gonna be like that. It's not like having a pair of iPods or AirPods in your ears. They're horrible, right? Now you can actually hear it. Lighting, turn your lights on, turn your lights off, door light on or door light off. Those are your other buttons that are going to come through here. If you have a twin panel moonroof, you're going to get more buttons because you're going to have a power sliding shade, and then you're going to have a power sliding front panel with a solid stationary back panel. Wow, there's a lot. I got to unlock my iPhone, right? So we'll do that real quick. The cool thing is I can go right to where my maps are, my navigation from my phone, or if you want to use the navigation from that Ford has to offer, or if you want to use any of the Ford screens, just hit your Ford, right? So you hit that Ford symbol, we can go over to maps, we can go over to who you're playing, we can go over to settings, we can go through, adjust your clock, your sound, your radio, your general information, and we can even download applications. We can do things like a Wi-Fi hotspot on the truck too. Beautiful. So when we take a look up here, here's your LCD screen. So on your LCD screen, you heard me talking about drive modes earlier. Well, those drive modes are going to go through normal driving mode, tow haul mode, eco mode, slippery mode. I understand the vehicle is on. Thank you for letting me know. And my doors are open. We're on camera. Hush. Here we go. Next one, deep snow and sand. When you get into a situation where you're going to make sure that your four-wheel drive is optimal and ready to go through mud, rut, sand, gravel, wherever the scenario is, you're going to have your 37's chewing it up and spitting it out as your truck makes it through. Cool thing on the Super Duties is you have an upper dash and you've got a lower dash too. Waldoch's going to provide you with your additional lug nuts, also with your lug nut fitting. These are going to be what goes on top of all your puck system in the back. That covers your gooseneck, that covers where your fifth wheel goes. It all comes from Ford with the truck. There you have it, right? Taking a look inside here too, it's just a matter of going, how much fun do you want to have? We can keep going. The options can be legitimately almost endless, right? So when you take a look at this screen, we can upgrade to Lariat and we can have the LCD screen that's it's literally 4 times as big as this LCD screen that comes with this truck. Navigation is an option, the twin panel moonroof is an option, adaptive steering, adaptive cruise control. The options are seemingly endless on this truck, so how you want it done, we can do that for you, custom fitted, right to go. Check out this even. This is just a simple console, right? Well, you got 4 cup holders. 2 cup holders. Well, now you've got 4 cup holders. Oh, and then you got an extra little storage area down here. So if there's, I don't know, a stack of hundreds you want to keep in here, good spot to keep them. You got this little rubber piece. You can remove that. This is where reprogramming your key will happen if you lost programming to your key, right? All kinds of fun little things that come with your truck. And you have a smart charging system that's going to be, again, the USB and the USB-C that is in where my iPhone is plugged in now. That's a little bit to talk about. If you want to talk about more things, here we go. Let's take a look at that LCD screen. We're going to use our left side joystick to control the left screen, right side's right screen, right? So if we go back here, we can see currently we've got our lane keeping system next to our main menu. That is on. Our trip and fuel economy, we can go there. We can go to display modes. What do we want to see? Our oil life, our tire pressure, our DPF gauge, our DEF. We got all that, our towing systems. If we have cameras that are set up to certain trailers, if you have the backup trailer camera assist, you'll have that too. So you can plug in up to 10 different cameras that are on this, and you can go with a connection checklist. My boat trailer, so you see a boat sitting right up there, right? My left trailer light is out. It tells me my left trailer lamp is at fault. Check your lamp. Sure enough, I went there and the filament was popped on my bulb. This just makes it so easy to drive your truck and enjoy your ride, to not have those faults and not have those things come along. It lets you know in advance. Everybody always wants us to pop the hood. I don't even know if I can reach the camera up there, but we're gonna take a look at this 6.7 liter dual sequential single turbo housing diesel underneath the hood here. Are you ready? Come on, follow me. We're gonna go look under the hood. Well, I guess we might as well just have a little bit more fun. I'm gonna try and show you everything underneath the hood. I can't even see it. I'm 5'8", and I can barely see up here because of the 37's and the massive lift on this thing. If we're looking underneath, yes, 6.7 liters, gonna have dual batteries. Your air intake system is now coming up over here with a huge filter that's right here, so it's like a ram air style setup. But if you notice too, all that up there, where I can't reach, but all of that up there is now a metal intake system going back to where your turbine is in the back part of the engine. Yes, can you get up there? Absolutely. You just use these tow hooks right here, pretty much like a step stool. I'm used to those in my life, so not that big of a deal. These tow hooks, just put your foot literally right in there, and off we go, up to the top. But here's a cool thing on top of the bumper, you got a step pad too. Looking in here, it's all metal. You're cold in, you're hot out, your intercooling system, all your reservoirs clear as can be. Nice thing about this is the technician only needs to be in here every 10 to 15,000 miles, depending on usage, with a diesel engine for oil changes. When they do that, they're gonna check your radiator fluid and see what the pH level is. So if you get a alert on your dash that says check your additive in your coolant, that's just to see what the pH level is. It's either too acidic or it could be too basic, right? They're gonna adjust that in the service department with VX50 and a couple other fluids that they use to do this. That's a lot. This is a 2020 Ford F250 done by Waldoch here at Lasco Ford. If you got a question, give us a call. It's 810-629-2255, or check out our inventory at www.lascoford.com. Please like and subscribe as much as you can. We'll keep videos coming to you. I appreciate it. Paul Zagman here at Lasco Ford. Have a great day, and we'll keep them coming.